Father Dennis Dease made the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota, a global force. As president from 1991 to 2013, St. Thomas opened campuses in downtown Minneapolis and Rome, established 35 areas of study, constructed a dozen buildings, and raised $750 million. He served many Catholic organizations, including board chair of the Association of Catholic Colleges and Universities, and American representative on the International Federation of Catholic Universities Board. With his passion for others, he founded a Ugandan hospital that cares for 12,000 people a year. After all, serving the common good is a hallmark of the university he led and the life Father Dennis Dease lives.
Inspired by Catholic intellectual tradition, the University of St. Thomas educates students to be morally responsible leaders who think critically, act wisely, and work skillfully to advance the common good. I love that mission statement because it captures us and it guides us.
He would always know what the goal was, and that was to improve this university in every single way for students who come here, so that they would have the comfort of an atmosphere in which they would be able to play, pray, and study.
The approach that our faculty takes is inquiry-based learning. There's an old saying, tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I'll remember. Involve me and I'll understand.
On St. Nicholas Day, you put your shoe out, and St. Nicholas comes. If you've been good, you get candy. If you haven't been good, like Father Malone this morning, he got coal in his.
You're not president of a university for 22 years if you don't thoroughly love students.
You want 12 grade?
He loves talking to students and hearing their stories, and he'll ask about your family. Even if he doesn't know you, he'll try to get some background, where you're from, where your family's from, what they're like.
Dennis exudes humility and lives integrity. I think his small-town, rural upbringing has him thoroughly grounded in what's important in life.
I, Dennis Dease, president of the University of St. Thomas, confer upon you a bachelor degree from the University of St. Thomas with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
The only way to assess the value of a university is the quality of its graduates. And using that criterion, we're doing a heck of a job. When I say Mass and I hold the bread and the wine, I know that Jesus is here, and that's all I need to know, I guess. Take this, all of you, and drink from it, for this is the chalice of my blood.
He's a priest who prays. He's a gentleman, and I would say, according to Cardinal Newman's definition, who never wants to cause pain.
It's that quiet quality of spirituality that kind of draws people to him and has some major trust in the relationship.
He is not two people. He is one guy, and he's the same guy in good times and bad. He's the same guy with different crowds. He's just an authentic person. There's no baloney about him.
I think the focus was always on the other human being, developing your skills of empathy and recognizing what can I do to serve my brother, my sister, my parent, or neighbor.
Such a good brother, and of course I really love him, and everybody in the family does, and I think that's why he does so much good here, because he does it with love.
Uncommon decency. A man of uncommon decency.
I feel like I'm the luckiest man in the world for having had an opportunity to walk with the people I've walked with for 22 years, and I mean that in all sincerity. At this point in my life, I find myself more grateful with each passing year. I'm gratified by this honor the Theodore Hesburgh Award. I'm thankful for having had the privilege of serving in Catholic higher education virtually all my working life, and I'm beholden to the ACCU for providing consistent support for me and presidents of other Catholic institutions for our mission and our identity as Catholic colleges and universities. I couldn't imagine a more meaningful way to have spent my life.